Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. Thank you for joining me today again in this massive open online course in sustainable construction. So this is our usual phrase. Okay, do something today that your future self will thank you for. I hope after we finished this course, this mantra is going to be our habitual phrase that we can speak about it every day. So today we are going to go with the topic about water. My name is Nur Pazliha Tumitimana and welcome. When I talk about water efficiency, what do I mean? Water efficiency is reducing water wastage by measuring the amount of water required for a particular purpose and the amount of water used or delivered. Water efficiency differs from water conservation in that it focuses on reducing waste, not restricting it. So if you are considering to be sustainable in your construction project, you need to have in your mind water efficiency. So what are the elements that you can concentrate to make your project, your construction project, sustainable? There are 5 key elements in water efficiency as stipulated in the Green Building Index. First is rainwater harvesting. Second is water recycling. Third is water efficient irrigation. Fourth is water efficient fittings. And fifth is the metering and leak detection. So we are going to go this one by one. The first element is rainwater harvesting. What do I mean with rainwater harvesting? I think you have probably heard about rainwater harvesting previously. Rainwater harvesting means capturing rain water where it falls and capture the runoff from catchment and streams, etc. Generally, water harvesting is direct rainwater collection. This collected water could be stored for later use and recharged into the groundwater again. Usually, in villages similar like to mine, every village house would have a tank, whether it is built-in or we use recycle bin to store the rainwater. And usually the rainwater is used to wash cars, to wash floors, or to simply store it for emergency use. The first step for increasing water efficiency at home is to reduce the use of drinkable water for non-consumption purposes. There are 2 ways to do this, whether you collect rainwater and reuse indoor wash water. You can install tank above or below ground that will collect and store runoff from rooftops and other impervious surfaces, as well as water from laundry machines, dishwashers, bathtubs, and sinks. The latter is classified as grey water, meaning that it does not include human waste or sewage. These collection tanks can then serve as an on-site supply for watering your lawn and garden. It's also possible to reuse grey water indoors, in toilets, and for washing. But the regulations and requirements are a bit more complex than for outdoor use. Regardless, there are varying degrees of treatment and filtration that can be installed in conjunction with your system, depending on how you intend to use the water. This picture shows an example of rainwater harvesting tank. As you can see, this is the house. It has a filtration unit. It has geotextile, retention tank, pump, which is going to be inserted in the modular tanks. It also has polypropylene plastic liner to avoid infiltration. It also has washed river sand and overflow pipe to discharge or infiltration system. You can use this example in your personal project in your house, or you can make it in larger scale for your construction project. The second key element in water efficiency for Green Building Index, which is the water recycling. While recycling is a term generally applied to aluminium, cans, glass bottles, and newspapers, water can also be recycled. Water recycling is reusing treated wastewater for beneficial purposes such as agricultural and landscape irrigation, industrial processes, toilet flushing, and replenishing a groundwater basin, referred to as groundwater recharge. Water recycling offers resource and financial savings. Wastewater treatment can be tailored to meet the water quality requirements of a planned reuse. Recycled water for landscape irrigation requires less treatment than recycled water for drinking water. No documented cases of human health problems due to contact with recycled water that has been treated to standards, criteria, and regulations have been reported. So you need not to be worried. If you follow the regulations and guidelines, the water recycling can be safe to be used. Water is sometimes recycled and reused on-site. For example, when an industrial facility recycles water used for cooling processes. A common type of recycled water is water that has been reclaimed from municipal wastewater or sewage. The term water recycling is generally used synonymously with water reclamation and water reuse. Another type of recycled water is grey water. Grey water is reusable wastewater from residential, commercial, and industrial bathroom sinks, bathroom shower drains, and clothes washing equipment drains. Grey water is reused on site, typically for landscape irrigation. Use of non-toxic and low sodium, no added sodium or substances that are naturally high in sodium, soap and personal care products is required to protect vegetation when reusing grey water for irrigation. The picture that I show you here is example of water recycling. The first one is factory. The factory will use water that has been recycled and treated that comes from the wastewater treatment plant. The water that is being processed in the wastewater treatment plant comes from the city. Users in city use water, and the water is being recycled and piped over to wastewater treatment plant and processed. It will be distributed to different parties. For example, like I mentioned, factory, or in the stream, or to the farm, or recharge basins, or you can use it back, okay, for city users. The effluent that comes from the wastewater treatment plant will be released in the river if it follows the strict guideline. Water from the river will also be extracted and taken into the water treatment plant to be used in the city. Like what we are commonly use now. Also, the groundwater that is extracted from the well after being disinfected, like here in number 7, the water can be used by the city users, by the users in the city. For irrigation purpose, in the farm, usually the water from the river is extracted. But in this case, we can also use recycled water that comes from the wastewater treatment plant for irrigation purpose. So that are the 8 reuses of water that you can think of while doing your sustainable construction project. The third key element in water efficiency for GBI is water efficient irrigation. Uses of water that does not require or less usage of potable water supply from local water authority. This is the meaning of water irrigation that I showed you previously in the picture. How many times have you seen a sprinkler going full blast on someone's lawn in the middle of a summer downpour? The irrigation of lawns and gardens consumes up to 50% of the potable water we bring into our property, and much of that just ends up as runoff rather than being absorbed by the plants being watered. This is a situation in which technology can be hugely beneficial in conserving natural resources. You can install smart programmable sprinkler systems and moisture sensors that allow you to measure the amount of water your yard needs at any given time and control irrigation from a central shut-off valve. Combine this system with your rain and wastewater collection. It is wise to choose landscaping elements that are appropriate to the climate and require minimal water because of their varying root systems. Grass, trees, and flowers all have different water requirements. So when you design your garden, consider the layout of the irrigation system and try to arrange plants according to the amount of water they need. Remember that using water-wise plants for your particular or region creates a lower maintenance, lower cost garden. Key element in water efficiency for GBI is water efficient fittings. The primary means of reducing indoor water use has to do with the fixtures you choose in your house. Selecting low flow sink and bathtub faucets, shower heads, and toilets can reduce indoor water use by 30 to 40%. Over the last few years, the quality of low flow fixtures has increased, whereas at first they gained a reputation for flushing inefficiently or delivering unsatisfactory water pressure. New products are surpassing the original designs. The other great way to ensure that you are getting maximum water efficiency indoors is to purchase Energy Star appliances, which guarantee a certain degree of water efficiency and save energy to boot. This picture shows you water efficient appliances. Any appliances which uses significantly less water than a standard fitting is the definition of water efficient appliances. This includes waterless urinals, dual flush toilets, low flow showers, smaller bath sizes, water efficient washing machine, and low flow taps. In the kitchen, we can use this approach. Adopt water efficient flow rates, install water efficient fittings with excellent ratings, wash vegetables and dishes in a field sink instead of running under taps. Do not melt frozen food or melt ice under running water, or just use a low flow rinser for washing of dishes. The last key element in water efficiency for GPI is the metering and leak detection system. There is an app that has been designed to do this. Include monitor your household water usage. Or you can just buy smart that can hack your bathroom also and keep the hot water flowing without the waste. Through investing in a recirculation pump or a tankless hot water heater. So I have mentioned 5 key elements that can be considered if you opt to apply the status of green building from the green building indexes. Thank you.